Good morning, good morning. This is your favorite Palestinian. I'm going to respond to a comment left on my video that's named Iran Saved America. Go and watch it if you haven't seen it. It will be linked in the description also, in case you cannot find it. So this person says, "Dear Mr. Fong, I mostly agree with your point of view on this, but there's nuance when it comes to Izzy controlling the US. The one thing that is rarely discussed is the influence Izzy has on religion in the US, not a state thing by the way, but more by Zionist individuals who love to give lectures in churches, making it clear again and again how Judaism and Christianity are connected and worship the same God. And believe it or not, but that is how we get the term Judeo-Christian values, something that is quite for some time common to use in the West to convince a gullible audience that we share the same values. Therefore, our greatest church, Dutch Zionist Geert Wilders, loves to use the phrase as often as possible. It is a misleading term, but as long as the Christian audience take it for granted, they will always admire and support Izzy in whatever it does. The only hope there is for a better future without Izzy is the fact that many, mostly young people in the US turn their back towards Christian beliefs, which in turn enables them to become free individuals after years of indoctrination and brainwashing." Yes, it's a very interesting comment, but it doesn't have much to do with politics. When we are using religions in politics, it's mostly used to just keep people in line, right? Also, when it comes to the United States and Izzy and Europe's support for Izzy, it really doesn't matter what the people think, right? It is utterly clear that most Europeans, whether they live in the United States or in Europe itself or in Australia, do not agree with what Izzy is doing. It is very, very clear. If we look at all the protests going on day in, day out, and the amount of people that are showing up is just staggering, right? So our politicians are still continuing their support and their voice to support. I'm going to walk the other way. And so it really doesn't matter what people really think. People should get off thinking that their government is somewhat concerned about what they believe or not believe, or what they want or not want. They're not. They don't give anything about it. I almost cursed there. No, they don't care. All they care about is what are the orders that they have been given by their capitalist, and that's all what it is about. The people in the West still think that, oh yeah, we live in democracy. Oh, my government will never do that because it's bad for the people. How many times did you think already of something like that? And whatever the case might have been, right? Oh yeah, we give great hopes. Oh, now everything is going to change because Trump is going to be the president, or Kamala is going to be the president, and then when it happens, it's still the same. So it really, I totally understand what you mean, and yes, I just don't really see how getting away from your religion would help you. What would help them is political education, because once they see political education, once they have received it, then they can also easily discern the propaganda and what is true and what is not true. The people also need to get more critical thinking skills, right? Once they have that, it's very easy for them to discern other things. Now, nobody really knows what's happening in the world, and that is why so many people are just voting for things that they actually don't want, right? See how many people are supporting Izzy, right? It's not for them about Judeo-Christian values or whatever. For them it is totally something different. But they are supporting it while at the same time they are against more refugees in their country. I see it a lot here in the Netherlands. And there you already see how those two things are extremely contradicting. You have on one side, hey, you have a country that says, I'm going to create 2.2 million refugees. And then you have people in another country that say, we don't want more refugees, but I'm going to support you in creating 2.2 million refugees. Well, guess where those refugees are going to? They have to come to us. We are responsible. Morally, that would be right. Those would be Christian values, right? That would exactly be Christian values, to just take in the refugees. I'm not sure. Wasn't Jesus Christ also a refugee at some point or whatever, right? You open, or was somebody else from the Bible? You open the door for the people in need. Those are Christian values. So, yeah, in politics, I totally see what you get, and I see where you come from, because in a normal democracy where people really had something to say, this totally would make sense. We don't live in a democracy. So that's the whole problem. And the United States also definitely isn't a democracy. I have a video about it explaining exactly that, and also about the Netherlands. I will try and link them somewhere here. I think they will also be in the description if I have them both on YouTube, but yeah, otherwise it's on my TikTok. Anyway, we don't have a democracy, so why do you think that the people care? All this religion, when it is used by government or institution, is to keep the people in check. You know, give them something to believe. If they wouldn't have anything to believe, that would be really, 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 really bad for them, right? I mean, yeah, just tripping over some homeless people and you cannot even get to heaven or paradise when you die. That's sad. No, so yeah. Again, I understand where you're coming from, but I don't think that religion has anything to do in politics. And the politicians, they don't care either. Do you think that Trump is praying before he's eating his Big Mac or his hamburger? What was it that he liked to eat? No, I don't think so. Do you think Biden did that? No. Do you think Obama did that? No. They don't care. You cannot be a Christian and be in politics, right? Because I believe that Jesus Christ was all about peace and love and sharing and caring, right? How can you be a Western politician and especially from a nation that is constantly at war and is responsible for the most heinous crimes in the world, right? It's unbelievable. Not even to think like we live in a capitalist society. Capitalism directly already is in contradiction with Christianity, right? Only for the fact alone that it allows usury. And I believe that Jesus Christ was against usury. That's why he was kicking those things from the temple, right? These people, he called them criminals, which they are. So, by definition, any country in the West that calls itself a Christian nation is just BSingly. Because if you are most closest system to Christianity would actually be communism and socialism, but definitely not capitalism. But yeah, that's how it goes. The problem is we don't have political education. The people don't know what left and right is. There is already the problem. The propaganda, therefore, is consuming the mind. And it's just very problematic. And I need to find something to hold it. Oh yeah, I bought a selfie stick, but wasn't really a good one for this one. Anyway, I hope you all enjoyed this video. Hope it was a little bit helpful also to answer your question. I'm trying to make it to the 10 minutes mark. I believe that is a little bit better for you too. But let me know what you think of it in the comment section. Yes, you get people who will follow a lot of things for you, but I don't see much of a support for Izzy in the United States from the American people itself, right? It's a very small group, those hillbillies. Yeah, but you know, I think the overly vast majority is totally against it. Even the Jewish population, right? Especially the Jewish population. I see them going harder than any other. So yeah, with certain things, it could have some merit maybe in politics, but with these kind of things, if the government wants to do anything, they will do it anyway. I mean, they always have and they always will, until we change the system, until we as the people rise up and say no more. Now it's time for democracy. Anyway, that is what I have for today, and I hope that it was enlightening to you guys, walking here through a typical working class neighborhood. This is your favorite half Chinese, and as always, have a great day.